Good evening, Oswego. I'm Josh Kay.
And I'm Lauren Toscano.
Top stories coming up, but first we're going to throw it over to meteorologist Jack Durkin with the latest weather. Jack, how's the rain?
Thanks, guys. It's currently raining outside. It's definitely, if you're going outside, you're definitely going to want to take a raincoat. You see those pockets of heavier yellow. That means thunderstorms, heavier rain, and you can see that it is headed headed towards us in Oswego. So if you're heading out tonight, just make sure you have a raincoat prepared. Top weather headlines: cooler Friday, more seasonal temperatures, unsettled this weekend, cool down next week.
Authorities say an Oswego County man has sexually abused 7 children. State police charged David J. Farrell with sexually abusing 4 children in Oneida County. Chief Deputy Dean Obennesser of the Oneida County Child Advocacy Center says that Farrell had just been released midday Wednesday when he was immediately taken back into custody. Farrell was charged with predatory sexual assault against a child, third-degree criminal sex acts, and 2 counts of first-degree sexual abuse. Obennesser noted that the statute of limitations for some victims may have expired, but that other victims should not hesitate to come forward.
Governor Andrew Cuomo announced a cleanup of brownfields earlier today. $10 million in grants will be put towards 26 projects performed through the Brownfield Opportunity Areas program. With these 26 projects in place, plans are in motion to revitalize previously contaminated sites in the hopes of making them ready for future development. Some of these programs include the South Salina Implementation Strategy and Erie Boulevard Implementation Strategy in Syracuse, the Canal Corridor Implementation Strategy in Oswego County, and the Southeast Revitalization Plan in Cortland.
The same Syracuse man who fled on foot after dragging an officer and permanently disabling him in 2005 has been taken into custody again. After a high-speed chase, 44-year-old Leonard Miles was finally taken into custody. Miles was charged with 2 counts of third-degree criminal possession of a controlled substance, 7th-degree criminal possession of a controlled substance, third-degree unlawful fleeing a police officer in a motor vehicle, resisting arrest, and several other violations. After the high-speed chase where Miles ditched the vehicle, police also found 17 grams of cocaine near the car.
Earlier today, Phil Turner, a Syracuse reverend, was heard defending the reputation of murder victim Marvin Byrant. Byrant was attempting to buy drugs when he was robbed twice and stabbed to death, while others were criticizing the fact that Byrant was a drug addict and his whereabouts at the moment of his death. Reverend Turner was arguing otherwise. Turner states, "Bad things happen to good people, and that's what we have to remember."
HarborFest is one of the biggest events of the summer for Oswego College students.
However, this summer, the results of the weekend-long party were not pretty. Matt Mello has more.
HarborFest. The word alone brings upon memories of entertainment for hundreds of people each year. The fireworks, the music, and of course, the lake. However, this year took a slightly different turn. Oswego students have been using the Flat Rocks as a hangout spot for years, normally to a respectful degree, but this July, other students and residents aren't too happy.
It's just trash everywhere, broken things everywhere, so it really stinks that we're now trashing Lake Ontario, the one pretty thing that this town has to offer.
Here's a photo of the Flat Rocks during HarborFest. And afterwards. Cans, broken glass, and garbage left on the rocks and in the water for whoever comes next. Residents were not pleased with the condition the spot was left in.
Well, it was kind of hurtful because it shows that the kids don't really care about the community and the beautiful lake that we have here in Oswego.
Kids are just polluting this beautiful lake that we have here on campus, and we have people from the town just coming on over and doing the same. It's just not good for this college, and it's not good for the environment, and of course it's not good for the lake.
So what can we do to prevent this from happening next year?
Oh, maybe someone could take it upon themselves to bring big garbage bags, kind of clean up as you're having fun, because I don't think they're not going to go on HarborFest because it's something that they've always done every summer.
I think something that needs to be done is something with the police department. I mean, they definitely need to enforce some laws around here to make sure that things like this don't happen. I mean, sure, we can have some sort of event here that will bring everyone together, but by doing so and by having people just pollute our area, it's not beneficial at all.
Hopefully these statements are heard and carried out, so next year's HarborFest can be as safe and enjoyable as they have been in the past. Matt Mello, Oswego Now.
SUNY Oswego University police charged a student with criminal sale of a controlled substance in the 5th degree Wednesday evening. 18-year-old Colin Sunday is accused of selling Adderall pills to an undercover officer for $40 in his room in Johnson Hall. Sunday is also charged with 7th degree possession of a controlled substance. He was arraigned in Oswego Town Court and remained in county jail with bail set at $2,500 cash or $5,000 bond.
Dairy Leah, a dairy cooperative headquartered in suburban Syracuse, is planning a merger. Dairy Leah plans to come together with Dairy Farmers of America, a bigger national cooperative based in Kansas City, Missouri. Both boards of the cooperatives have already approved of the merger. However, even though these new ideas and plans are being bounced around, the members of Dairy Leah will officially vote on the matter in February of 2014.
The theater performance of Fahrenheit 451 opens in Waterman Theater tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. The adaptation of Ray Bradbury's 1953 classic novel describes a condemned society equalized by ignorance and celebrates the creative minds who pen books for the eager minds that must read them. Tickets are $12, $7 for students, with parking in front of Culkin Hall included in the cost for the ticket. For more information, please call 315-312-2141.
Rice Creek Rambles reports from the field on an ecology-based event is quickly approaching. On Saturday, October 19th, participants will learn about recent research projects conducted at Rice Creek by SUNY Oswego students and faculty and take a hike for an up-close look at the habitats being investigated. The event will be held at Rice Creek Field Station from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Those planning to attend are asked to call 216-6677 on the morning of the hike to check trail conditions. The event is free, so make sure you don't pass up this opportunity.
If you are a fan of ghost shows like the Ghost Hunters, then you'll love Fort Ontario's annual Ghost Tours event.
Our field reporter, Victoria Diana, tells us more about the event.
Halloween is coming up, and to celebrate, Fort Ontario will be holding their annual Ghost Tours on Friday, October 18th and Saturday, October 19th. Friends of Fort Ontario and Central New York Ghost Hunters, along with other ghost groups, will be hosting the annual event. The tours will be held from 7 to 10 p.m. on Friday and 6 to 10 p.m. on Saturday. Tickets for the event are $13 and pre-sale only. During the tour, participants will get hands-on experience in gathering ghost evidence, as well as view previous evidence in the buildings where the data was obtained. It is recommended to dress warm and wear footwear suitable for uneven ground. In 2012, Fort Ontario was featured on an episode of the Sci-Fi Channel show Ghost Hunters.
Now, Fort Ontario State Historic Site is located on 1 East 4th Street. To get your tickets, you can come to Fort Ontario or you can call at 315-343-4711. Now, the hours are Wednesday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. For more information, you can go to www.fortontario.com. From WTOP, I'm Victoria Diana reporting.
Coming up after the break, Toyota Camrys are coming off the road and New York State casino debates continue.
And how's the weather going to look for the weekend? We'll find out after the break. Stay tuned to WTOP 10 News.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
We are the Tigers from Pet 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
My husband! Where am I? driver at a stop.
What's she doing? 2,
She was the passenger. I was deboning on the passenger side.
We just had some wine. I wasn't even drunk. I was just buzzed. What? You were just buzzed? Well, sir, you didn't tell us that. In that case, she's just fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really? Nah, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Good evening, Oswego. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Jack Durkin. Taking a look at your current conditions, you can see that currently it is raining moderately heavy outside with a 54-degree temperature with calm winds, keeping that real feel at 54 degrees. Top weather headlines, again, cooler Friday, more seasonal temperatures, unsettled this weekend with off and on rain showers. Cool down for next week. I'll tell you in a few minutes how cool we're going to get. Taking a look at that radar again, you can see that there are pockets of heavy rain indicated by that yellow, and it is coming towards Oswego. So if you're heading out tonight, make sure that the raincoat is in your hand. State temperatures, you can see that we are in the 50s and mid-60s, just except for Jamestown, the low temperature at 48 degrees. Poughkeepsie's 67, a little out of the ordinary there. Closer to home in Syracuse and Watertown, 54 degrees. For tonight, off and on rain, 50 degrees. You're going to need a raincoat if you head out tonight. Northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. For Friday's weather map, what to expect. That rain that's giving us, a nuisance tonight, it's going to be off to the Quebec area or New Brunswick area, but that's going to wrap around, giving a counterclockwise flow, giving us that cool Canadian air for tomorrow, making it feel like it's more seasonal, more fall-like. So what to expect for Friday? 60 degrees, scattered showers in the early morning, lake effect rain showers, cooler. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, 48 degrees. You might need a light jacket if you're going out. It's not out of the question. For this weekend, you see this dip in the jet stream right here. That's allowing that colder air from Canada to filter in, and you can't rule out rain showers off and on, both Saturday and Sunday, but it's not going to be a wash, folks. You're going to be good. Just be careful. Just make sure you have an umbrella and a light rain jacket. 5-day forecast. Friday, more seasonal. Light rain in the morning, clearing out by midday. Saturday, 58. And Sunday, 53. Warming up on Monday, 58 degrees. Tuesday, cooling back down, 52. So guys, it's really going to be cooling down around here. It's going to be starting to feel more like fall.
I'm just really not excited for that rain. I am not feeling it. Not yet.
So is it sad to say warm weather has finally left us for the year?
I'm afraid to say that it might be, but keep our fingers crossed that maybe a little bit of warm stretch might visit us again next week. We'll see.
As long as it dries out eventually, we'll be okay.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Now let's take a look at your state news.
A Victoria's Secret security guard found an apparent fetus in a teen shopper's bag earlier this evening. In an attempt to catch shoplifters in a Midtown Manhattan Victoria's Secret lingerie store, the security guard pulled aside two 17-year-old girls and discovered the fetus while searching their bags. One of the girls stated that she gave birth to the fetus the previous day, but authorities have reason to believe she actually conceived it while in the store. Investigations are still underway as medical examiners review the human remains that were found inside the bag.
On November 5th, voters will have the final say on whether New York changes to the Constitution to allow as many as 7 new Las Vegas-style casinos in the state. Proponents say that the changes to the casino report could affect jobs and depress United States property taxes across the state. However, those against the changes say that the more casinos could end up costing New York in extra social costs, luring people who can't afford to gamble to lose their money. Governor Andrew Cuomo has publicly endorsed the gaming expansion.
Toyota announced a recall of 803,000 vehicles in the U.S. for airbag and steering wheel defects. Vehicles affected include the 2012 and 2013 models of the Camry, Camry Hybrid, the Avalon, Avalon Hybrid, and the Venza. As of right now, Toyota is cognizant of two minor injuries, but no accidents related to the defects. Starting next month, owners will be notified and Toyota dealers will repair the problem for free.
It's back to business in our nation's capital, federal officials and at parks, museums across the country.
Late last night, a short-term deal was reached to increase the debt ceiling and reopen the government, at least for a while. Tori Dunan has a look at how things are going there.
Without objection, the motion is agreed to.
Near the stroke of midnight, it was dubbed a done deal. The debt ceiling raised until February 7th. The government funded through January 15th. Just hours later, signs of normality across the country. Many monuments and museums are now open for business. Even the National Zoo's beloved Panda Camp is back up and running.
If that's the case.
Furloughed workers return back to work.
I'm thrilled, really thrilled. I'm happy just to be back.
Relief. It's been 3 weeks.
Relief the shutdown showdown is over.
Let's be clear. There are no winners here. These last few weeks have inflicted completely unnecessary damage on our economy.
But now Congress has to come up with a broader budget deal by December 13th. The hope that it's not another 11th hour deal.
In the coming days and weeks, we should sit down and pursue a balanced approach to a responsible budget.
That means Congress has to get back to work.
We're going to try and find how we can reach common ground and create a budget process that achieves that, and that's what we're beginning to talk about.
In Washington, I'm Tori Dunnan reporting.
We'll take a look at this week's Oswego State Athletics of the week. Also, we'll get the MLB playoff picture, and the Los Angeles Dodgers try to stay alive against the St. Louis Cardinals in a battle for a spot in the World Series.
But first, here's a look at your late night menu.
The forest is precious. One careless act caused by people and its beauty could be gone for a lifetime. Protect our friends in the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
Every night before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit.
Blue 42, hike!
Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
With so many different types of phobias out there, I'm Morgan DeFazio with one that may surprise you.
Phobia is the abnormal fear of feet, whether it's your own feet or someone else's.
According to thinkingclearly.org, people with podophobia usually will feel nervous, afraid, or upset by feet. Most also don't like the appearance of feet and get disgusted. So I interviewed Ronnie DeFazio and asked her why she doesn't like feet.
I don't know, they just creep me out.
Most people who suffer from this get taunted by other people in various ways. So I asked Ronnie if others taunt her with their feet and how.
A lot, but mostly at home. They stick them in my face and just put them near me.
Some people have traumatic experiences causing them not to like feet. Ronnie explains that there are experiences she has had that convinced her to fear feet.
Small children's feet touching me. Small, sticky children's feet touching me.
Have different ways of dealing with people's feet near them, so Ronnie told us how she reacts.
I pull my feet back and I push their legs away because I don't want their feet near me.
There are many cures for podophobia, such as therapy, counseling, self-help books, and you can always talk to a friend. And remember, it's not nice to taunt your friends who have podophobia with your feet.
All right, Morgan, so last time we talked about spiders. This time we're talking feet. Let me ask you, which one do you like the least of those two?
I'd have to say spiders.
Yeah?
I don't mind feet as much.
I don't like spiders either, don't worry.
They're terrible.
Certainly, if people keep their feet clean, we wouldn't have these issues, would we?
Right.
Now, what was that phobia called again?
Podophobia?
Podophobia, the fear of feet.
Yes.
That's actually very interesting.
All right, Morgan, well, thank you so much for joining us. And now let's take a full look at sports with Scott Witorowski.
And this is WTOP 10 Sports. The Oswego State women's field hockey team had a convincing win on the road at Wells College this afternoon. The Lakers shut out Wells with a dominating 7-0 victory. The Lakers got the offense going quickly with 2 goals in the first 24 minutes of action. The win now gives the Lakers a 4-6 record this season. They will look to get closer to an even 500 record when they travel to Brockport this Saturday. A new thing we're going to be doing every Thursday from now on for sports is recognizing Oswego State's Athletes of the Week. This week's athletes are both players from the men's and women's soccer team. Senior Mike Labb of the women's team was the lone goal scorer for the team this past weekend. This puts him as the lead scorer for the men's team with 4 goals now in the season. Sophomore Bailey Waterbury was essential to the women's team in their 2-1 victory over Fredonia last weekend. She tallied both the goal and an assist. He shut down Alex Ovechkin and the powerful offense of the Washington Capitals last night. The Rangers really needed this 2-0 victory after getting outscored in the previous 2 games by a combined score of a whopping 20-5. However, the Rangers still suffered a tough break as their captain, Ryan Callahan, broke his thumb in the game. He will now be out for the next 3 to 4 weeks. The Rangers will look to take the ice on Saturday to see if someone else steps up in his replacement. The St. Louis Cardinals are holding a 3-2 series lead over the Los Angeles Dodgers in this year's NLCS. Last night, they could have advanced to the World Series with a win, but the Dodgers were able to avoid elimination with a 6-4 victory. Pitcher Zach Greinke threw 7 strong innings for the Dodgers by allowing just 2 runs on 6 hits. The Dodgers offense won with power as they combined to hit 4 solo shots in the contest. Game 6 is scheduled tomorrow. St. Louis will look to take their second shot at a World Series bid at their home field. That's it for sports. Now back over to the news desk.
All right, thanks, Scott. Coming up, Melissa McCartney is getting some unwanted buzz.
And we'll take a final look at your sports and weather after the break.
You believe this guy? Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry.
Pastor Honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm Al Roker, class of '76, Oswego State University. You're watching WTOP Channel 10. We didn't have this when I was in school. We just had radio and smoke signals.
We are Cub Scouts from Oswego Pack 888, and you are watching WTOP.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Taking a look at the lighter side of news. The funniest lady on the silver screen is making her way into fashion world on the cover of Elle magazine. The November issue of the magazine features a wide variety of women on its cover, including Melissa McCarthy. However, her cover is getting anything but laughs. Fans are upset with her being completely covered in a large trench coat, while her counterparts, Chanel Woodley and Penelope Cruz, are in bathing suits. McCarthy has not commented on the situation.
This is not your ordinary Starbucks. The new coffee house in Chicago is made of recycled shipping containers. There are other differences too. Customers walk up to the window to order their coffee because there's no drive-thru. There's also no seating inside. The new concept is getting mixed reviews. Some like it, others want to be able to sit inside. And before we say goodnight, here's one final look at your forecast with meteorologist Jack Durkin.
Thank you, guys. If you're headed out tonight, just make sure you keep a raincoat in your hand at all times because there is a chance throughout the evening for off and on rain. And this morning, or in the morning, there'll still be a chance for rain, so keep it in your hand in the morning as well.
All right, Scott, what do you have for us on the latest sports update?
Well, now, I talked about the NLCS before, but the ALCS is tied 2-2 right now, and currently, Boston is trying to look to go up 3-2 as they're up 4-1 in the 6th inning right now over the Tigers.
That would certainly be a crucial game if they could send it back to Boston. Anything on the football game?
No, I currently do not have updates on that. I believe Seattle is taking control of Arizona right now, though.
Right, one of the dominant teams. All right, guys, so finally, plans for the weekend. I know the weather's going to be a little iffy, but what are you going to try to do over the weekend?
I'm actually going to Alfred this weekend for club baseball. We have 3 games.
I actually really wanted to do those ghost tours that we heard about earlier. I love all of that paranormal stuff. I'm actually very excited.
Well, I can't do it. I'm not a scary guy. I don't do anything.
In that case, you should come with me.
All
of us should take a trip.
Oh, I should take a trip.
I'm going back to my home near Niagara Falls, so maybe I'll take a stop there while I'm back home for the weekend.
Man, all you people live in such beautiful, gorgeous places. I mean, I love fall because the weather's great, the leaves are changing, and it's something that, you know, in Oswego you can always look forward to.
In Oswego, you can look forward to rain this week.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, that will do it for us here at WTOP. For the entire 10 News team, I'm Josh Kay.
And I'm Lauren Toscano. Stay tuned for the Zine Show right here on WTOP 10. Have a good night, Oswego. No, I mean, I'm not joking.